Hey, Mark Fickler here, old Spartan Fitness, creator of the Spartan method, which is specifically designed for fat loss after 50 years old. This quick video today, just going to talk about gene expression and reprogramming. It's critical that you really understand a couple of concepts here. Starting out, what are genes? Well, you have a lot of them. There's about 20,000 or more genes on each strand of DNA in every cell in your body. You know, they're not all working. Some are turned on, some are turned off. Genes are what makes a certain cell, maybe a muscle cell or a fat cell or a heart cell, and every other thing that happens in your body is driven by genes, either turning on or turning off. They're like little switches, influence every element, function, and structure inside your body. So the key thing to remember is, or to understand, is that the turning on or off a gene really happens according to the signals that they're getting from the environment. And here's probably the one thing, if you only get one thing from this video, understand this: you can actually manipulate gene expression through lifestyle behaviors, what you eat, how you move, your training, sleep, sun, all kinds of things. But the key thing to remember, your destiny is not pre-written, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You have the ability to turn genes off or turn them on to your liking. Now there are familial genes, the ones that you've basically gotten from your parents, and that's things that you really can't change. That's your eye color, your hair color, what you look like, your body shape in general, whether or not you're predisposed to be obese or have heart disease, whatever. Okay, those are familial genes. Then all of us share identical Homo sapien genes. That's really been the genetic code that's come down over time through evolution. And that code basically wants to provide you with a lean and healthy body as long as you give it the inputs that it's looking for. Therein lies the problem. But you are not your parents. So the degree to which you suffer or succeed in really an assortment of areas, your health, your fitness, disease states, it does depend on the particulars of your family genes. But again, when we go back to whether or not genes are turned off or turned on, the goal of living primally or following a lifestyle that makes sense is to promote the optimal gene expression so that you get both, you get the positive attributes of your familial genes, within the limitations. I mean, not everybody can be like Usain Bolt, for example, fastest sprinter in the world. He has both the genetic predisposition to be a fast runner, and he did all the work and lived a lifestyle to optimize those genes to become the fastest guy. So you could train all day long from now until the cows come home. You're not going to be as fast as Usain. You don't really have the the genetic code. But again, you can optimize the positives and sort of minimize the negative impacts of your family genes. Gene expression. This is another key point. Most of the health and longevity issues that we're concerned about can be manipulated through optimized lifestyle behavior. Again, most of it. So again, you're not going to change your hair color or how tall you are. But as far as whether or not you're storing fat or burning fat, how much muscle you maybe pack on, you can optimize these by lifestyle behaviors, by controlling the inputs. So if you want to increase fat burning, knock out a virus, neutralize the oxidative damage to cells, that's really what creates aging. All of this can be manipulated, so to speak, by turning on the good genes and turning off the bad genes. Okay, so here's another important point. You've got all these genes. Most of them, we all share the same Homo sapien genes. We each have our unique code that makes us all unique. We're all different because of our familial genes. But genes do not have any effect until they are expressed. That's the important point. So just because your dad was heavy doesn't mean you're going to be heavy. Yes, you're predisposed to be heavy because you carry those genes, but you do not have to turn on the fat storing genes. You can turn on the fat burning genes. Okay, so again, here's the point. So you really have to engage in adverse lifestyle behaviors to make these otherwise static family genes a reality. So that obesity, cancer, heart disease, a lot of this bad stuff that seems to be prevalent in today's world is manageable to some degree by controlling the inputs. Gene reprogramming. What is gene reprogramming? It's basically turning around the behaviors that conflict with your primal needs or what evolution has created for you. You're mismanaging your genes, and the result is a decline in health and vitality and longevity. Reprogramming is simply understanding what these different environmental inputs are and managing them to get the desired result. So the key points of this video, again really quickly, gene expression that influences health and longevity can be optimized through lifestyle behaviors. Again, you can turn genes off, turn them on to your advantage. And a lot of the the health related things, obesity and the cancers and heart disease, actually require you to engage in adverse lifestyle behaviors to make these otherwise static conditions, things that wouldn't become a reality. You're making them a reality by how you live your life, essentially. And you can reprogram genes by understanding these inputs and managing them to get the desired results. So that's good news. You are not your parents, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.